radio station where
it's controlled chaos. South of the IE and the world on 1050 AM KCAA. NBC News Talk Radio.
Down your bad self. Yeah. It's Coachella. Everybody's crazy. All right, it's Controlled Chaos. KCAA 1050 AM 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. Gary Garver playing Beyonce for the first time ever on my radio show. Could be the last time too, I don't know. Anyway, she played Coachella and I guess kicked some major ass. First woman of color to headline Coachella. And I guess it was a good time. I'm just watching it right now for the first time on YouTube. What a production, man. Jesus. She spent a boatload of money to do this, but I guess they paid her a boatload of money too, right? I tell them how much money I made. All right, anyways. I got the guru of the ghetto on the phone, I think. Jig, are you there?
Yeah. Yep.
You saw this, right? You watched this, right?
Yeah, I turned it off during the Beyonce thing. It was kind of boring to me.
Yeah? I mean, listen.
Yeah, because
Go ahead.
I was waiting for Cardi B to come out. That was the real show.
Oh, yeah, Cardi B? Who's that? Who's Cardi B?
Yeah, she's like a new up-and-coming thing. This is why Beyonce had to come out so hardcore, because she got competition right now.
Oh, Cardi B's
catching all the young millennials and people that are really into, like, you know, the music of it versus just looking at somebody dancing around half naked, you know?
Right. She's pretty, I'll tell you, Beyonce's pretty hot, though. I mean, damn.
Oh, yeah. As money can buy, I guess.
How could Jay-Z cheat on her, man? I mean, what's wrong with him, man? You know?
Well, you know what? You can, you know, there's two types of black people. There's the black man, and there's the one that starts with the N-word. He's a little bit more leaning towards the N-word one.
Oh, really? Is that the difference? I didn't know that was the difference.
I think that's what the problem is.
All right. Anyways, I guess she rolled it. Coachella is officially over. Last year they had 2 weeks of it. I guess that was just 1 week too much. They toned it down back to just this past week. And then next year is the 20th anniversary of Coachella. I didn't even know that. I thought it was a lot longer, actually. I remember it in the 90s, but I guess it started.
Really? I didn't know it'd been out that long.
Yeah, 1999, I think, was the first time it started, Coachella. And I wonder who they're going to have for the 20th anniversary. I mean, the only way I'll go to Coachella if Led Zeppelin plays there, that would be about it. But other than that, man, I'm just, you know what? I used to go to those music festivals when I was a kid, you know, I was 18 to 30 or whatever. And they were a lot of fun, but you got to stay up all night, a lot of walking, a lot of drugs, a lot of craziness, and I just can't take it any. I'm turned into an old fart, Jigga. What can I say? I mean, it is what it is.
Well, you know what? That's what you get older and wiser is what it is. Because, you know, anybody with any sense ain't going out there in the middle where they at, and all that heat with no shade, you know, out there doing that. If you got sense, you ain't gonna do that. And you got to be young and dumb to do that.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, I guess it'd be fun. I mean, like I said, if Zeppelin played, I would go. I mean, anywhere with Led Zeppelin reunions, I will check it out. But
then it definitely won't happen there, because then you got all those old folks out there in the middle of the grass passing out in the heat. Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Right. That's why they won't
do indoors.
Yeah,
you know?
Right. That's right. You're right. The old farts, man. Right. We'll have heat strokes and just they'll pass out and eat exhaustion. So yeah, Zeppelin probably won't be playing Coachella next year, but they might have. I bet you they have like different bands like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and bands that had played there before for the 20th anniversary. Anyways, Coachella, Beyonce, it's all there and done. The one thing is, of course, Justin Bieber showed up, and he can never stay out of trouble. I guess about 3 years ago, he got thrown out of Coachella for fighting with security. Him and his gang, or whatever you call, what they call it, the posse. Justin Bieber's posse got thrown out in 2015. Well, this time, I guess Justin punched a man in the face, then threw him against a wall at a Coachella party on Saturday night after the man grabbed a female partygoer by the throat and refused to release her. I guess Justin was talking to some people when a guy walked in, spotted a woman, and went ballistic. Sources at the party say he appeared to be on drugs, the guy. I don't know about Justin. And it looked as if the woman may have been his ex-girlfriend. After the man grabbed the woman's throat, Justin and his friends started screaming at the guy to let her go, but he only screamed back, "Go F yourself," maintaining his grip. That's when Justin, who a day earlier was at Coachella posing for selfies, took a swing and shoved him, allowing the female to get away. I guess then the man was kicked out of the party and arrested after police were called. So Justin Bieber can't stay out of trouble, right? Or I guess this time he was doing the right thing, trying to help some girl who was getting choked out. But just had to throw that in. That's my Coachella report for the for the year. Done. It's done. Hey, listen. We also have a bet. Me and you have a bet with you live in Vegas, and we bet last week. The Golden Shower Nights. And by the way, I guess Golden Showers, I guess I must have been reading something into that because I guess Trump was talking about Golden Showers too, but we'll get into that in a bit. The Golden Knights are kicking the Kings/Queens asses. It's 3-0 now. Looks like I'm going to – man, every time I bet with you, I lose, dude. I think this might be my last bet with you. I don't know.
Well, it's because you bet on L.A. teams. You live in L.A., you got all that pride. You let your pride get in front of reality.
Yeah, well, listen. I'm from Los Angeles. I grew up here. I was born here, and I root for my teams. But the Golden Knights, man, I mean, they're an expansion team. This has got to be the best expansion team of all time in any sport ever. Usually because they're like the worst. Usually when they have an expansion team, they're like the worst teams in the league for years and years. But the Golden Knights, man, they might. God, who knows what they're going to do? It must be. I mean, are they going crazy in Vegas or what?
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous, man. You got all the fair weather fans jumping up, and people that were dang near didn't want the team to come here. Now all got Golden Knights decals on everything, walk around in the sweaters and stuff. Everybody's doing it hardcore. People doing it, but it's one of those things. This is one of the best teams money could have assembled. When you look at it like that, because they really cherry-picked and made very much sure that they got the best of the best that they could get. And they put them on this first time they all worked together. So you got a hockey team that's really doing it. And, like the Kings were a couple of years ago, man, they were hot.
Yeah.
They put together a good team. They got out there, did teamwork, and you see the Kings now, they're more like the San Francisco Queens out there.
I know, man. Well, anyways, they're tight games. I mean, every game's been won by one goal. It's been, and they Friday night I was watching the game and it went into double.
Oh, that Friday night game was it, boy. Double overtime?
Yeah, double overtime. So anyways, I mean, the Kings are putting up a good fight, but it's game over. And by the way, this is the first time all season I've actually watched a hockey game. So I mean, I'm not, it's a fair weather. Talking about fair weather fan, I am definitely one of those. Though I do like going. Watching hockey in person and watching on TV are completely two different things. I mean, watching it in person is so much better than watching it on TV. And some sports are better to watch on TV, but a hockey game is way better to watch in person. If you've never been to a hockey game, you got to go to one. Actually, we have the Ontario Reign here in the Inland Empire, and you can go down there and check that out. I think they have it at Citizens Bank. They're still, I don't know if they're still playing or not, but if they're not, next year go check out a hockey game, even a minor league hockey game, because it's fun. It's fun to go to. All right, listen, we got tons of things to talk about, Jigga. We got to talk about these black guys getting arrested at Starbucks for doing absolutely nothing. We got to talk about Trump and the golden showers. Golden showers. Can you imagine the President of the United States talking about golden showers to the FBI director? I mean, how bizarre. That's how bizarre our world has turned into. And also, other stories. We'll talk about Barbara Bush. Yes, she's still alive, CBS. She's not dead, right, Jigga? Is that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, it is Controlled Chaos. Jigga Jones in Vegas here. I'm where?
Chaos.
I'm in Encino. We'll be back after this.
And the world on 1050 AM KCAA. NBC News Talk Radio.
I was up all night with Justin again. Kids with autism keep the craziest hours. I don't think I've had a full night's sleep since he was born.
Caring for a child with challenges like autism or Down syndrome can drain your resources.
Tom's already working 2 jobs trying to keep up with all the medical bills. It never ends. I wish I could help, but taking care of Justin is a full-time job.
You could be eligible for federal and state benefits that will pay you up to $4,000 a month.
What do I have to do to get that kind of help?
Contact Galt Advocacy. Their website is galtadvocacy.com. There's no upfront cost, and the consultation is free.
Let me write that down.
GALTadvocacy.com.
Thanks.
Galt Advocacy. When you take a stand, you won't stand alone.
And come join us at the free Galt Advocacy Seminar, Special Needs ABCs, Advocacy, Benefits, and Conservatorship, Saturday, April 21st, 2 to 4 p.m. at the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel in Ontario, California. Go to galtadvocacy.com for more information.
Are you having trouble getting a good night's sleep? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Do you snore so loud that you rattle the walls? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab will provide you with a personal sleep study to help you find out how to get a great night of rest. Snoring, weight gain, health issues, and stress are some of the contributing factors for lack of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab will do a complete study, including evaluating you with an overnight study of your sleep patterns. With locations in Glendora, Anaheim, Encino, and Los Angeles, South Pacific Sleep Lab can provide you with the help you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by calling 310-999-1887 to schedule an appointment today. That's 310-999-1887. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
Rock and Roll Fairies Promotions presents a rock and roll circus Thursday, April 19th at the venue in Hollywood. This is not your average show. The Rock and Roll Circus features comedy, live acoustic bands, tarot card readings, and an earth medicine celebration honoring the cures and medicines of cannabis. The Rock Circus also has a Bohemian Farmers Market with vendors, raffles, and a countdown to 4:20 at midnight. Tickets are only $10, and with each ticket purchase, you receive 10 free raffle tickets. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com or at the door the night of the circus. Doors open at 7 p.m., with the Rock and Roll Circus beginning at 8 p.m. For more information, call 323-999-8802. That's 323-999-8802. Or shoot them an email at rockandrollfairies@gmail.com.
I'm Jim O'Hare. I'm here to help raise awareness for CADASIL, a genetic disorder that affects 1 in 25,000 people. CADASIL can cause strokes in young adults, leading to memory loss and dementia. Patients may experience migraines with aura and mood disorders as early as 20 years old. Presently, CADASIL is being underdiagnosed and often misdiagnosed as MS or some other neurological disorder. So please visit curecadasil.org and learn more about this devastating disease and learn what you can do to help find a cure.
Are you ready to play some golf for a great cause? Well, it's time for the 13th Annual Future Stars Charity Golf Tournament. This year's tournament will take place Monday, May 7th at La Cañada Flint Ridge Country Club. Your participation will help Future Stars provide hundreds of scholarships to the children that attend Future Stars basketball camp. A little effort from a lot of people can go a long way. Please participate by playing, donating, or attending the Future Stars Awards Banquet. Team winners this year will even have more opportunities to win amazing prizes and a fabulous vacation. Any act of kindness or generosity is greatly appreciated. For more information and to register, go to futurestarscamp.org/golf. That's futurestarscamp.org/golf. The Future Stars Charity Golf Tournament happening May 7th at La Cañada Flint Ridge Country Club. A great time will be had by all.
Have you ever sneezed and farted at the same time?
Gosh, I must have dumped that information, no pun intended. I can't remember that question. It's a good question, high quality question. But I honestly can't remember. I would imagine so. I would imagine that force of the fart would cause the sneeze.
Gary Garver and Jigga Jones. Controlled Chaos. NBC Talk Radio, KCAA 1050 AM.
From the four corners of the world, dumbing down his IQ so you can understand him. It's Gary Garver.
All right, it's Controlled Chaos, KCAA Radio. Gary Garver here with the Guru of the Ghetto, Jigga Jones. That was Jeff Bridges. Jigga, have you ever sneezed and farted at the same time? Have you ever done that? Hold on, Jigga, hold on. Of course, I got technical difficulties with this, as usual. Hello? Jigga.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Have you ever sneezed and farted at the same time?
I don't know if I did or not. I never kept track of it.
I think I've coughed and farted. I know that. Like when I was in the bathroom, like sitting on the bowl, I remember coughing and then, well, I'd say coughing and dooting. You know, coughed and dooted. Sneezed and farted. I don't know. Can you do that? I wonder if it's humanly possible to sneeze and fart at the same time. I'm just not sure.
I believe in the ability of all people. I'm sure it is very possible. Somebody needs a record doing it.
In fact, somebody might be putting that on YouTube, right? And getting
a lot
of views on it.
It may be there already.
Exactly. Listen, a sad note over the weekend, I guess Art Bell, radio personality who was on KCAA for many, many years, he did this paranormal show, died at the age of 72. And if you want to get any of his shows or listen to any of his shows, I believe KCAA has all the most of his shows archived. Did you listen to Art Bell at all?
Oh, yeah, man, because he used to come on late at night, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that was always cool listening to him, you know, talk about the aliens coming in. You know, he was like getting high and stuff. It was good stuff to listen to.
My mom was a big fan of his, a huge fan of his, Art Bell. That's how I even knew about Art Bell. I didn't even know who Art Bell was, but she used to tell me about him and his show and all his theories and about aliens and things like that. So there's a lot of people that are fans worldwide for Art Bell. He passed on over the weekend, the age of 72. That's pretty young, man. That's
Remember, he did Coast to Coast for a little while, that show. You know, they had all that stuff.
Yeah.
Story doing.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, I just want to bring that up. And if you want to catch any of his shows, I believe KCAA has them archived. Just go to our KCAA archive page, and you can listen to some of Art Bell's wit and wisdoms. And he's in a new dimension, I'm sure. Where do you think do you think Art Bell's with aliens right now? You think you think the aliens took him or something? Maybe they got him and they rebirthed him or something.
You never know, man. You never know, because, you know, the asteroid came pretty close, you know, that NASA thing. So, you know, it might be all related, you know. All that stuff sometimes does be related.
Who knows? I mean, maybe he's in a new dimension, you know. Maybe he's looking down on me right now in the studio, or you, Jigga, in Vegas. We just don't know, don't we? That's the unknown about life.
That's right.
The unknown about life is death, right?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we got to talk about. We definitely got to talk about Trump and the golden shower thing, and and Comey. I think Comey's a total douche for what he did. Though I'm not a fan of Trump. If you listen to the show, but what Comey did was ridiculous about and some of the stuff he's saying is just off the wall. But I want to talk about this thing with Starbucks. First of all, I never go to Starbucks. That coffee is a complete ripoff. When you got to pay $4, $5, $6 for a cup of coffee, something is mentally wrong with you. Break that down. Let's say you spend $5 a day, because you got to have coffee daily, right, Jigga? If you're a coffee drinker,
yeah, people they be doing that too.
Yeah, you drink at least 1 cup of coffee a day. Most people drink 2 or 3 cups. I'm just a 1 cup a drinker. I only drink 1 cup a day. Sometimes 2 if I'm hungover. Okay, very rarely. But anyway, so let's say you spend $5 on coffee a day. Times that by 365 days, that's close to $2,000 a year. $2,000 a year you're spending on coffee, which is you're an idiot. If you're drinking Starbucks, you're a complete moron, as far as I'm concerned. I used to drink it, but I stopped drinking it years and years ago because I'm like, why am I paying $4 or $5 for a cup of coffee when I can get 4 cups of coffee for that price? And spread it out. And so anyways, I guess in Philadelphia, these 2 black guys were just sitting there waiting for a friend of theirs, and they asked to use the bathroom. The manager of the Starbucks in Philly refused to allow them to use the bathroom and told them to leave. They went and sat down waiting for their friend. the idiot, the store manager or for Starbucks called 911 on them, okay, and had them arrested. I guess the friend walked in right before they got arrested and basically said, hey, they were waiting for me. We were going to do, I guess they were going to do some sort of business deal, investment. He was going to talk to them about investing in something. And the guys were really mellow. They were cool. They were very cordial. They didn't talk back or do anything. They were just sitting there. And the 6 cops basically came in there and handcuffed them and arrested them for not leaving. I guess the cops told them at the beginning, hey, you guys got to leave. They refused to leave, and then the cops arrested them. I guess what's going on in social media? I guess this thing is completely blowing up, Jigga.
Yeah, because it's a common thing for people to go to Starbucks and kick it. Sit there in the Wi-Fi, order themselves a drink or whatever, and hang out for a little bit. It's common, But they didn't like the black people hanging out, I guess.
Well,
in that place.
Well, what happened is this. I guess they didn't buy anything. Supposedly they didn't buy anything. They said, so. And then they asked to use the bathroom. I'm sure the store manager, a moron, said, well, you need to buy something to use the bathroom. And they probably said, no, we're not going to buy it. We just want to use the bathroom. We're waiting for a friend. We don't want your coffee. And the guy probably got offended and freaked out. Let's put it this way. If 2 old white ladies or 2 white ladies or 2 white guys did the same thing, I'm sure they wouldn't be calling 911 on them. This is total racial discrimination, man. Total.
You mean that part of it is true too, but then again, you also got to realize. There is a small side on the other end. Dude asked you to leave. You weren't buying in the store. You should have GTFO. If you can't be in somebody's store, everybody knows you can't be in somebody's store and you're not buying nothing. Not even a liquor store you can't hang out in.
Well,
so.
Well, but you made you made a valid point though. You made a valid point against your point right now is that people go to Starbucks to hang out. You see them, on the patio. They have patios and stuff like that, or they have seats, and people are on their computer for they'll sit there for a couple hours on their computer drinking a cup of coffee. Okay, so yeah, exactly. I mean, people do go there to hang out. Okay, these guys came there to meet a friend, so they said, "Hey, let's go." I'm sure it was very innocent. Hey, let's meet at the Starbucks here. I've done it before. They say, "Hey, let's go meet at the coffee bean or something." Let's go meet here and there. And I may not even go get a cup of coffee or whatever. I won't even get anything. I'll just sit outside waiting for the person on the patio. I've never been hassled. I've actually done it 2 or 3 times for meetings here for KCAA. And I don't get hassled. They don't say, hey, you got to leave because you didn't buy anything. So, I mean, this is total racial discrimination. And what the cops did.
Oh, I agree with that completely. I totally believe it's racism behind it. There's a little bit of stupidity contingent on both sides, too. You got to realize you are black. And everywhere you go, you will be black everywhere you go. So you got to realize that, you can't just be doing stuff that other folks be doing. You can't just go into an establishment, not pay anything, and sit and hang out and use their facilities. You should know that already.
Well, if
they grown men, they should have known that to a point. I'm not saying it's their fault, but I'm saying they do play a small hand in what happened.
Well, I mean, listen, they seem. I guess this is all caught on videotape. They seem very calm. They're mellow. Yeah. They're not creating any havoc. Nothing. They're not flipping out on them, screaming at these guys. Not screaming at the store manager. Nothing. This is ridiculous, man. I mean, this is total. I mean, this is total racism. You know what? These guys are going to make a boatload of money because they're black. Okay, this is
that's the investment they're going to make in right now. That's the investment they was going to do.
That's it.
They're coming to invest in the student Starbucks.
maybe they set them up. Maybe these guys said, "Hey, we know there's this racist guy that's the store manager of the Starbucks in Philly. Let's not buy anything. Let's say we have a business meeting. This guy's going to call 911 on us. We'll say, hey, we're going to use the bathroom. He'll call 911 on us. The cops will arrest us, and we're going to make a boatload of money." Do you think they're that brilliant?
And here's the other, like I told you, there's stupidity contingent on each side. The police are stupid too. Now, the police have and this has become more now than it used to be. Used to be if you called and there was something ridiculous, the police would say, well, that's not a crime. I can't help you.
Right.
The guy sitting there occupying your table hasn't done anything, technically not a crime. Why are you calling 911 for this? Can't help you. You're supposed to have security in your building. Sorry, can't help you.
Exactly.
But,
and why
when the police showed up, they should have had the mentality of, hey, The owner doesn't want you here because you haven't paid anything. It's time for you guys to leave. Now, I came in there talking about, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. I mean, hey, man, it's crazy.
Well, I guess the cops did at the beginning say, hey, you guys got to leave. And they remained seated saying, hey, we're waiting for a friend of ours to show up. And then basically one of the cops said they're not free to leave, and they handcuffed him and threw him in jail for like 8 hours. They got fingerprinted, the whole 9 yards. I mean, really? I mean, come on, man. This is ridiculous. I got to say the CEO of Starbucks wants to meet with these two guys. He's going to offer them free coffee for the rest of their lives.
Oh, whatever.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm joking about that.
I can get a coffee for the rest of my life.
I'm joking about the free coffee for the rest of their lives. I made that up. I'm just saying that's the settlement. That's the settlement they're going to make. But anyways, I mean, this is crazy, man. And people are calling for a boycott of Starbucks. I've already been boycotting Starbucks for 3 or 4 years, so I'm ahead of the game. I haven't had a Starbucks in years. It's a complete ripoff. And anybody who buys Starbucks and goes to Starbucks and it probably costs them a dime to make that cup of coffee, and you're spending $5 on it. Why? It's not that great. The coffee isn't that great anyways. I like Don Francisco. You can get Don Francisco coffee and volcanic red coffee in your stores right now, and you can get like 12 cups of coffee for like $7, and it's just as good as Starbucks. But anyways, these guys, gotta say, they hit the mother lode, right, Jigga? I mean, they hit the mother lode for being a black, being black. So there you go. It's ridiculous. Anyways, it is Controlled Chaos, KCAA 1050 M 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver here with the guru of the ghetto, Jigga Jones. Jigga, we gotta talk about Trump and Comey and all this craziness. And I guess Stormy Daniels is showing up in court today. Michael Cohen, Trump's lawyer, the judge ordered him to show up in court, and Stormy Daniels is going to be there. Oh, my God. That's complete chaos. We'll be back after this, man. Jesus.
All aboard the Inland Empire Express. 10:50 a.m., leaving no listeners behind. KCAA.
Rock and Roll Fairies Promotions presents a rock and roll circus Thursday, April 19th at the Venue in Hollywood. This is not your average show. The Rock and Roll Circus features comedy, live acoustic bands, tarot card readings, and an earth medicine celebration honoring the cures and medicines of cannabis. The Rock Circus also has a Bohemian Farmers Market with vendors, raffles, and a countdown to 4:20 at midnight. Tickets are only $10, and with each ticket purchase, you receive 10 free raffle tickets. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com or at the door the night of the circus. Doors open at 7 p.m., with the Rock and Roll Circus beginning at 8 p.m. For more information, call 323-999-8802. That's 323-999-8802. Or shoot them an email at rockandrollfairies@gmail.com.
Are you having trouble getting a good night's sleep? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Do you snore so loud that you rattle the walls? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab will provide you with a personal sleep study to help you find out how to get a great night of rest. Snoring, weight gain, health issues, and stress are some of the contributing factors for lack of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab will do a complete study, including evaluating you with an overnight study of your sleep patterns. With locations in Glendora, Anaheim, Encino, and Los Angeles, South Pacific Sleep Lab can provide you with the help you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by calling 310-999-1887 to schedule an appointment today. That's 310-999-1887. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
Are you ready to play some golf for a great cause? Well, it's time for the 13th annual Future Stars Charity Golf Tournament. This year's tournament will take place Monday, May 7th at La Cañada Flint Ridge Country Club. Your participation will help Future Stars provide hundreds of scholarships to the children that attend Future Stars basketball camp. A little effort from a lot of people can go a long way. Please participate by playing, donating, or attending the Future Stars Awards Banquet. Team winners this year will even have more opportunities to win amazing prizes and a fabulous vacation. Any act of kindness or generosity is greatly appreciated. For more information and to register, go to futurestarscamp.org/golf. That's futurestarscamp.org/golf. The Future Stars Charity Golf Tournament happening May 7th at La Cañada Flint Ridge Country Club. A great time will be had by all.
I was up all night with Justin again. Kids with autism keep the craziest hours. I don't think I've had a full night's sleep since he was born.
Caring for a child with challenges like autism or Down syndrome can drain your resources.
Tom's already working 2 jobs trying to keep up with all the medical bills. It never ends. I wish I could help, but taking care of Justin is a full-time job.
You could be eligible for federal and state benefits that will pay you up to $4,000 a month.
What do I have to do to get that kind of help?
Contact Galt Advocacy. Their website is galtadvocacy.com. There's no upfront cost, and the consultation is free.
Let me write that down.
GALTadvocacy.com.
Thanks.
Galt Advocacy. When you take a stand, you won't stand alone.
And come join us at the free Galt Advocacy Seminar, Special Needs ABCs, Advocacy, Benefits, and Conservatorship, Saturday, April 21st, 2 to 4 p.m. at the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel in Ontario, California. Go to galtadvocacy.com for more information.
If you could murder one celebrity, who would it be and why?
Murder them? Wow.
Name one.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm running the Rolodex. Murder one celebrity. Oh, yeah, actually, there's a few. Can I give you 3?
Yeah.
Okay. I need, here's 3 people I need killed. Paul Giamatti, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and I'm going to throw in Oliver Platt. Because they're really, and I'm going to throw in John C. Reilly. Throw them all in. I need these 4 guys in an elevator that drops, like 150 floors. Because they seem to be the guys that I always go up against, and they're winning. And I'm tired of it.
So they're getting your parts.
They're getting my stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I had a little taste of success. It's been a little cold for a while. They're hot. I need them out.
Thanks a lot, Jason.
Right, man.
This is the Gary Garver Show. If you're not listening to Gary, you.
All right, that was George Costanza from Seinfeld, Jason Alexander. I pulled some new clips over the weekend, new interviews. All right, it is Control Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver here with the guru of the ghetto, Jigga. Jigga, you there?
Yeah, man.
Hey, listen, before we get into the Trump stuff, I want to talk, first of all, another bit of sad news. Barbara Bush, I guess, is in failing health and is not seeking any more medical treatment, which is sort of sad. I like Barbara Bush. She was very cool.
Yeah, I saw that she had died over the weekend. I was like, oh, wow, And I found out it wasn't true, and I'm like, man, shoot, there's nothing that caused you to die to see you dead in the paper.
See, I was leading you up to that. Who said she was dead? Give us the news agency.
But, I mean, how many different times they say Gerald Ford died before he did,
Yeah, I know. So anyways, Barbara Bush is still alive, but she is not seeking any more medical treatment. She just wants to rest easy and go out quietly, I mean, God bless her. Anyways, Barbara Bush is not feeling so hot. Maybe do you think that those allegations against her husband George Bush about him groping women's asses? Remember the news story broke that President George Bush, had groped a lot of women's asses, and I mean, do you think that might have taken a toll on her a little bit? I think so.
No, because you got to remember, it used to be part of the culture to pinch somebody's behind back in like the 70s and 80s. It wasn't illegal.
Yeah.
It was considered like whatever. Now it's considered sexual battery.
No, I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying this. Of course, it was okay to do. I mean, big deal. I mean, I don't know. We're getting so politically correct about everything, and the sexual, it's because of these sexual assault cases and these guys going way beyond the bounds of what's legal and what's illegal and what's ridiculous and what's not ridiculous. I mean, George Bush, he was like in his 90s or late 80s, early 90s, confined to a wheelchair. I guess he groped a couple women's butts. Big deal. I don't think he meant anything by it, but the bottom line is what I'm trying to say is the news story broke, and that's got to put stress on you. You understand that stress is like nobody understands this, but stress is like a leading cause of death. I mean, it really is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just was watching the show, the movie Paterno on HBO over the weekend.
Oh, wow. Is that good?
Yeah, Al Pacino. Yeah, Al Pacino plays Joe Paterno. And after this news story broke and Joe Paterno got fired and all this, I mean, he was in fine health. He was actually coaching the Penn State football team. But after all this stuff broke and he got fired, 2 months later, he was dead. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
you could
man.
just tell the stress killed him. And this is one thing with Barbara Bush. I mean, she went through all this stressful stuff, having to answer questions at the age. She's 92 years old, so at the age of 90, in her 90s, she has to answer questions about her husband grabbing women's asses. You know, it's got to take its toll, man. I mean, she probably just said, "Hey, you know what? I'm done, man. I'm done with this life. I want to move to I want to go with where Art Bell's at right now. You know, I'm done with all this crap." You know. So, anyways, feel bad for Barbara Bush. She's a very nice lady and represented the country very, very well. Another story before we get into Bush. I read this last week about Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. You heard about this, right? Tristan Thompson. By the way, I told you that Kardashian pee is the kiss of death. It is the kiss of death, okay? It really is. So many careers have been lost and screwed up. Tristan Thompson is a basketball player for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's not even playing in the playoffs right now. He's on the bench. I don't know if he's hurt or butt hurt, one of the two. I don't know if he's physically hurt or just butt hurt. But anyways, he was caught last week cheating on a videotape with two women, okay? Why Khloe Kardashian was pregnant with their kid. I guess Khloe Kardashian had the kid over the weekend. But yeah, you can go on TMZ or whatever, you can Google it and just say Tristan Thompson cheating on Khloe Kardashian, and you'll see the video of him. He's making out with one of the chicks. One of the chicks grabs his crotch. He sort of motorboats the girl with her on her breasts and things like that. So anyways, Khloe Kardashian is not sure if she's going, and she's stuck in Cleveland. This happened in New York City. She's stuck in Cleveland being pregnant, and Tristan Thompson's out in New York City partying and, you know, banging a bunch of different women. But I was just reading I was reading this story, and I guess she had the kid over the weekend. And this is what they're saying. Sources are saying, Kardashian sources are saying, says, despite his alleged infidelity, the source says that everyone is so excited about the baby, including the Kardashian family, okay? Though the source says that the situation from earlier this week has calmed down, the new mom is still deciding whether she'll remain in Cleveland as originally planned or return to Los Angeles where her famous family lives. Okay, so hold on. This is the part that trips me out, okay? Khloe Kardashian is so incredibly happy that their baby is here that she is a big and strong and healthy and beautiful. So right now, Khloe truly has no other cares in the world. She isn't even mad at Tristan right now. You know, she said, this is what they're saying. She's in a bubble of love and peace and happiness right now. And everything that happened with Tristan is less about cheating and more like, it was just a random drunken hookup that meant nothing and was kissing at most and didn't lead to anything else and was the fault of stupid groupies trying to trap him. And everybody else just needs to move on. So she's blaming the chicks. Khloe Kardashian is blaming the chicks for Tristan Thompson cheating on her.
So did he really cheat on her, or is it there he would just go out and kiss these broads?
Dude, they've got video of him going in and out of the hotel room with this chick.
Oh, okay.
Late at night, early in the morning, dressed in the same thing. Oh, come on, dude. These guys cheat like no one's business. You know,
I just wanted to ask, because sometimes something could be, sometimes people get put on a hook for something they didn't do.
No,
that's why I figured I'd ask first,
No, he's on the hook. He's a barracuda that got caught with a big hook. Okay, I mean, there's videotape of him.
I'm beginning to wonder about this stuff, man. I begin to wonder, what goes on when these women get pregnant, because you start to see these dudes running out, finding other folks. What's going on, or what's not going on that these dudes are running around when this happened? That's what I want to know, because I'm starting to see all this stuff everywhere else. And I don't know what's going on.
Well, Tristan Thompson is known for being a player, you know what I mean? Not just a basketball player, but a player. And, I guess this one incident happened in October of last year. This recent incident happened just about a week ago while the Knicks, the Cavaliers were playing the Knicks in New York City, where this videotape came out. There's videotape of him walking into this hotel room with a girl, and then hours later walking out with her. I mean, the dude's cheating on, and to not blame him. Come on, to not blame him and to blame these girls. I mean, the dude could definitely say, "Hey, man, the girl's grabbing his crotch." He goes in there, and you know what a motorboater is. He's putting his face in her breast. Okay, what I mean? He's kissing on this chick.
So,
come on.
So basically, you got to understand that the basketball player is going to go to the hole.
Of course he is. He's going to slam dunk that hole. You know what I mean? He's going to put it down hard in that hole. Okay, I mean.
And when he comes up with AIDS, nobody will be surprised.
Yeah,
you know?
but this guy, I mean, but the kiss of death, like I said, the Cleveland Cavaliers lost their first game yesterday to the Indiana Pacers. They're going to lose everything. Tristan Thompson, his career is going to come to an end. I bet you it's going to come to an end tragically. I mean, it's coming down hard because every time you get that Kardashian pee, I'm telling you, look what happened to Lamar Odom. He OD'd in a whorehouse, Dennis Hoff's whorehouse. You know what I mean? How about some of the other guys? I mean, Caitlyn Jenner turned into a chick. I mean, Bruce Jenner turned into Caitlyn Jenner. There's so many other ones. I mean, Chris Humphries, he was a basketball player. You haven't heard hide nor hair of this guy's career. I mean, it's just the Kardashians' pee is the kiss of death. What was that other guy, Tiger or whatever, Tiger? What happened to his career? I mean, whatever. I'm just saying, it's. You
don't even know who he is. That's how unimportant he is now.
Exactly. At one point, he was important. Now look at Kanye West. Kanye West had to go into a mental institution, right? Wasn't he hospitalized over Thanksgiving? I mean, come on, man. Guys, stay away from that. It's the devil. It's the devil pee. The Kardashian devil pee. Stay away. Back off, Jack. All right. Anyways, I just figured I'd give you an update on that. Khloe Kardashian did have the kid, and she's deciding whether she wants to stay in beautiful Cleveland or come back to the hellacious Los Angeles and live with her family. All right. And she's still, but she forgives Tristan Thompson for cheating on. He didn't cheat on her. It was the women that did it. The women grabbed him by the crotch. It was the
one-armed man.
Yeah, exactly. The one-armed bandit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, how crazy is that? It's just ridiculous. Just totally ridiculous. Okay, listen. Do we want to talk about Trump and all this? I mean, this stuff is psychotic. This stuff is totally psychotic with Donald Trump.
You got two narcissists. You got Comey and you got Donald.
Hello? You there? Uh-oh. What happened to Jigga? Jigga, you disappeared. You're gone. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
okay, you're here now. Okay, cool. What happened?
Two hardcore narcissists that are going at it is what the problem is.
Yeah, I mean, James Comey, I guess he wrote a book called A Higher Loyalty. This guy's a tool. I mean, James Comey, I'm no fan of Donald Trump, and I think he's going to be impeached. And by the way, I want to ask you. My brother said there's a hotel down in downtown Vegas that you can make crazy bets. I think it's called the Horseshoe Casino.
Yeah.
Okay, my brother said that that's the place to make like all sorts of bizarre bets. Do you think if I sent you some money, like send you $50, do you think you could find out if they have an impeachment over under for Trump?
Yeah, I could. I could find that out and see what's down there. Cause they do have weird stuff like that. They got but you got to go down there during the day because you can catch a blade down there. That part of where it's at.
Oh, really? It's way down there, huh? Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, it's in the part of downtown Vegas you don't go to.
Okay, well listen, if you go during
they have bets on whether you'll make it out of there alive.
Well, the over-under is 3 hours, right? Staying down there. So anyways, I guess at the Horseshoe Cafe Casino, I'd like to find out what the over-under is on Trump getting impeached, because I think he'll be impeached by I think by the end of the year they'll have impeachment proceedings going for him. I don't think he'll be impeached by the end of the year. I think there will be impeachment proceedings for sure. This James Comey, man, is just an idiot. I mean, first of all, he basically, buried Hillary Clinton because remember a week before the election or 2 weeks before the election, he came out and said the FBI was still investigating all those emails and things like that it wasn't closed, even though he said back in July of that year that it was closed.
He wrote her pardon before the investigation started. So you gotta think about that. And then when he got caught doing it a week before the election, then he came out and said, okay, we're doing this. Rather than admit that he wrote the pardon before he started the investigation. He didn't do that. Instead, trying to save his own butt, he threw her under the bus. And, it just didn't look right. Whether he he did receive money from the Democratic Party, this much we do know. But whether that's the point or not, there's a lot of FBI dudes that didn't work with him before this whole incident because he said he was wishy-washy.
Yeah, well, anyways, I guess in his book, Higher Loyalty, he talks about him having a meeting with Trump and Trump talking about golden showers and prostitutes peeing on each other and stuff like that. It says in his new book, Comey recalls a conversation he says he had with Trump in which the president asked Comey to look into claims that a so-called P-tape existed from 2013 showing him with hookers peeing on each other. I mean, are you kidding me, man? I mean, that's just insanity. I mean, Comey says, I honestly never thought these words would come out of my mouth, but I don't know whether the current president of the United States was with prostitutes peeing on each other in Moscow in 2013. It's possible, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that Trump was there with women peeing on each other? Do you think Trump got a golden shower during that period?
You know, the fact that Trump doesn't really like to shake hands with people would make me say no, because if he's a germaphobe like that, I doubt he's going to let somebody defecate on him and urinate all over. I doubt it.
Okay.
However, we do know that dossier that says all that, James Comey saw before it was supposedly found by the people over from Russia. So we know that the Democratic Party paid for that dossier to be created. We know that James Comey saw it before somebody discovered it. So it's all a bunch of urine anyway.
Well, this is what Comey says in his book. He brought up what he called the golden showers thing, adding that it bothered him if there was even a 1% chance his wife Melania thought it was true. Comey recalled. Comey suggests the phrase golden showers thing was the phrasing Trump used during the conversation. He just rolled on, unprompted, explained why it couldn't be true, ending by saying he was thinking of asking me to investigate the allegation to prove it was a lie, Comey wrote. I said it was up to him. It's, I mean, dude, I feel bad for Melania. Now, I mean, first of all, it was Stormy Daniels. Then it was the Playboy Playmate. Then now it's the golden showers with Moscow prostitutes, with Russian prostitutes. I mean, how much more can this woman take? I mean, talking about sexual assault and harassment and a predator, Donald Trump is all those things. You remember the Trump tape where he grabs women by the pee? I mean, does anybody really care about this stuff or what? What do you think? I mean, it's interesting, but do we care? Does it matter to our country? No, I don't think so.
The people that elected him knew he wasn't a Boy Scout when he was getting elected, so all this stuff is water under the bridge anyway. And when he was talking about if there's a 1% chance that Melania will believe it, well, you got to realize there's broads out there that when you could be with a woman 100% of the time, and then somebody can come and say, oh, last week he did this with this person, and her without even thinking about it, all of a sudden, oh, my God, he did it, be mad. So you got to realize there's that element to it, too. And nobody was doing no crap like that. So I'm sure that had a lot to do with why he asked if there's a 1% chance, then you need to investigate it. Well, I'm good with that. I understand it because nobody wants some crap. It's a lot harder to prove you did something versus you didn't do it. Somebody says you did it, and you have to find out how you can prove you didn't. It's crazy.
Yeah,
you know, that's the whole thing of why you don't want to deal with it. And broads don't think like that. They get crazy and stupid when it comes to somebody throwing around some stupid ass accusations, and then you gotta come up and find out how you can throw logic into it and figure out how you didn't do it. Crazy.
Yeah, and by the way, man, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, this is just crazy. And I like to take the over-under of how, when Trump leaves office, how long it takes Melania to file divorce papers. That's another bet. Check out the Horseshoe Casino for me. All right. I mean, this Trump thing is going on and on and on. Michael Cohen, I guess, you know, Trump's lawyer, who's under criminal investigation, has asked the court to give his own lawyers the first look at the seized materials that they took from his office and home and stuff like that, so they can identify documents that are protected by attorney-client privilege. And this is the crazy. I guess Cohen's in court maybe as we're speaking. Adult film actress Stormy Daniels plans to attend today's hearing. So, I mean, can you imagine what's going on here? So a porn star.
I can tell you, she's making a bunch of money right now because her name is in the news. People are Googling her, finding out her videos. They said her sales are up 600%.
Really?
So, yeah, she's going to be at the hearing. She's going to be in the street. She's going to be at the bar because you're talking about a time right now where porno ain't making money. She's making money. So, yeah, she's going to try to drag this out for as long as possible. She's going to give some more vague answers to people so people get interested. Yeah, if that was me, I would do it too.
Okay, let me just say something, okay? You can knock Obama for what he was or what he didn't do or whatever, however you feel about President Obama. But President Obama had a solid relationship with his wife. You never heard about any scandals. You never heard about anything crazy. Even George W. Bush before that, you didn't hear anything about him
Yeah, they were
and
the
Laura.
first transgendered couple in the White House.
What? Stop. You stop with that. That is blasphemous. Stop saying something like that. Stop. That's not even funny.
Hey, they killed Joan Rivers when she said, "Hey, that she's a tranny," and everybody knows it. They were like, "Oh," and she has some mysterious accident.
Stop. She's not transgender. Stop. Anyway, stop acting foolish. The bottom line is this, okay? This guy, this is the President of the United States, the highest office in the world, basically. Really, the highest office in the world that you can hold, okay? We're talking about prostitutes. We're talking about porn stars. We're talking about golden showers, Playboy playmates, grabbing women by the pee. This is the President of the United States, for Christ's sake. What?
Sounds interesting.
Sounds interesting. What about the country? What about doing something good for the country? What's going on here? All we do is talk about this. Do we have any? We passed one bill. We passed the tax bill. And by the way, taxes are due tomorrow, if you didn't know that. They're not due today. They're due tomorrow. But the bottom line is, we've done absolutely nothing. Paul Ryan has just resigned. The Republicans are hiding. You'll hear hide nor hair from these Republicans. Possible impeachment if Trump goes off and fires Mueller.
I will tell you, despite all this stuff you're seeing in California and the reports you're getting, Trump has got a 51% approval rating.
Well, that's good. That's good because there's 51%. I don't believe that.
You got to admit that you live in a bubble in California and these liberal places. You're in a bubble.
I don't live in a bubble. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Because you saw Zuckerberg at Washington, D.C. He talked about how left California is and how the thing. The news doesn't even get reported right in California. The same thing that happens here. All of a sudden, it's a racist event when it gets reported in L.A. It's crazy.
Hey, the bottom line is this.
When they had
Jaga, stop. Okay, come on, man. This is ridiculous. Okay, you're speaking crazy. Okay, from Michelle Obama being a transgender. You're calling Michelle Obama a transgender. Okay, that's not nuts. Okay. She ain't that bad looking. Stop.
How many times did Barack Obama refer to her as my Michael? You go on YouTube and see all the different speeches where he's my Michael and Michelle. He's like,
you're crazy. You're a crazy brother, man. You're one crazy brother, man. All right, listen. Go get a cup of coffee at Starbucks, okay?
I even know coffee being shit thrown out of Starbucks.
Anyways, I'm just saying, man, it's just crazy, man. And what's going to happen this week? Every week it's something crazy. Anyways, we got to roll out of here. Jiga, great show. If somebody wants to get your wit and wisdoms, where do they go?
They go to JigaJones.com.
JigaJones.com. All right, listen, we got to take off, and great times as always, and we'll see you, I guess, next week or tomorrow. Why am I saying next week? Oh, by the way, next week I'm taking off because I'm getting old, and I got to take off for my birthday. Next Monday's my birthday, Jigga. I'll be 56.
All right.
All right. No, it's not all right. It sucks, but it is what it is. All right, listen.
I can't wait to get my AARP card. I'll be happy when I get mine.
The great thing about getting old, is that I get senior golf rates now. All right, that's what I love about it. Hey,
that's cool.
Let's leave with the Beehive, baby. The Beehive here. Beyonce at Coachella. All right, it's Control Chaos. You guys have a great day.
That's so deep in your eyes. I touch you one more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Have your name 2-3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling in my pride doesn't want to play. I still don't understand just how you left to do no one can. what you need to be. Tennis shoes don't mean anything to find you a bed.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
I'm Jessica Ettinger, CNBC. Major indexes all higher today. The Syria airstrikes were not prolonged. That may have weighed on investors last Friday. Right now, the Dow is up 181 points. The Nasdaq is up 19 points. The S&P 500 up 15 points.